Vanderbilt came out, and all credit to them. They outplayed us, and particularly early in the game, and made the plays they had to do to get themselves a lead and get themselves in a comfort zone. And I've said this, Vanderbilt's played a very tough schedule, and as of late has been playing extremely, extremely well. Stephanie does a really good job with her team, and they just keep getting better. And you know, it's a good win, obviously, for them. So I got hats off to them. But we got to play better. We got to play with more energy. We got to play with more want to early in games. And I've got to, as a head coach, figure out why we're not. And I think I figured some things out today. I thought the last 16 minutes of that game, we played as hard as we played in a long time. And I've got to start letting those kids have a lot more opportunities to do the things they do. And I was just real proud of how we finished the game. But when you dig yourself a hole like that, you get beat. So we'll have to move on and get ready to play Georgia on Sunday.
13 turnovers in the first half. Was it a little bit of Vanderbilt's defense and a little bit of y'all, or what were you seeing in that first half?
We ran the same offense in the second half we ran in the first half. People in the second half drove the lane and got in the paint and got into the gaps, the things that we worked on for 2 days for Vanderbilt. We knew that zone was coming. Anybody's going to play us zone. Look at our numbers. You know, they're all standing in the paint, and when you have players that shoot the numbers that we shoot from time to time, I don't blame them. If I was playing us, I'd stand in the paint too. And it takes Promise and Shelby's game out of there. And, you know, Alyssa Alston, Tori Lewis, those kids really stepped up. Without China Nixon stepped up and played well. When people play back off of you, still got to drive the basketball. And offense worked really, really good in the last 16 of the minutes of the game. You know, why it didn't work in the first part, you know, I got some ideas in my head, and we'll figure that out and go back to work tomorrow.
Just kind of what was the message, you know, or will it be, or was it to your team? Both.
You know, it's a tough spot we're in. You know, we've got to experience some positives, and so anything that you can get a positive vibe on right now, you got to get it. And we're not playing our best right now, and why that is, that's for me to figure out as a coach. We got to make sure that we got a lot more we's out there than I's. When you ask questions or you talk to coaches and you say I more than we, that becomes an issue. And it's got to be about we. Why does Alyssa Alston play well night in and night out? She says we a lot. She's worried about team. And we've got to get people worrying about that. And I thought in the second half there, we had a lot of we going on. And that's why we made the push we made there. And thought if we have another minute there, maybe we can win that game. But thought our kids played hard there. And we'll build on what happened in the last 16 minutes. And hopefully that'll carry over into Sunday against a very, very good Georgia team.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.